This week, I traveled to Davie, home of Nova Southeastern University, one of the best Division II schools in the country. Nova is preparing for Division II NCAAs, which begin this week in Indianapolis, where the Sharks are sending 7 women and 8 men to the meet. The women are coming off their highest finish ever last year, when they finished 3rd as a team behind Queens and Drury.
It was really fun. It was a great experience.
It was amazing. It's something I'll never forget. Stepping up on that podium as a team and getting that 3rd place trophy. I don't think any moment will be better than that.
It was really cool. It was pretty amazing because my freshman year we hadn't done as well as last year, and it was pretty amazing to see the progression of getting better every year.
So after such a successful meet a year ago, was there any pressure felt by the underclassmen this year to continue that success?
Yeah, because most of our NCAA team was seniors, but it's really nice because it gives a lot of the kids in my class and the freshmen and underclassmen a lot more opportunities to be able to get up to that level because they saw what's possible from the seniors last year.
A lot of the students at Nova have traveled far and wide to get to Davie. So how did they find out about the school?
So my friend and my club team went here, so she told me about the school, and that's pretty much how I found out about it.
My dad started working in Miami, and I had never heard of Nova or anything, and when I started looking for schools, it was one of the ones I spotted and I found, and I ended up liking the team and the facility and everything.
So I went to Upper Dublin High School, and Jack Eichenlaub, who used to be a coach here, also went to our high school. And one day he came in wearing the Nova shirt, and he was like, "Oh, you should check out my school." And so then we came down on our training trip because we train at the plantation pool, and we drove past the school, and I was like, no way. So I started doing research, and then eventually emailed me. So.
Sophomore Emma Sundstedt is a native of Sweden and came to Nova without taking an official visit to the campus.
Of course, very different from Sweden. In Sweden, you can't study and swim at the same time, so that's pretty much why I came from the beginning, or wanted to come to the US.
The adjustment to life in the United States was obviously difficult, but she was able to get through it with the help of the rest of the team.
Well, the hardest part was adjusting just from Sweden, the cultural, the food, and just having to do everything myself. The team, I was coming in, all the seniors were really good and taking really good leadership, so that helped me, and we came in as a very big class. So I had a lot of people to rely on, I guess. So that was nice, and being just a big team, I came from we were maybe 15 people in my old team, and now we're 60. So that was a big adjustment.
Similar to Sundstedt, sophomore Jenna is also a bit far away from her family in Pennsylvania. So what are some of the pros and cons to going to college so far away?
Mainly the weather. That's the only thing that I really like. It stinks. I only get a few days home for Christmas because flights for Thanksgiving are crazy expensive.
Since a lot of the Nova team can't afford to go home for Thanksgiving, the team puts on a Friendsgiving for the summers that don't get to go home.
It's nice to see everybody come together and have a good time. We eat so much food, insane amounts of food.
Each person will bring a dish, so it's nice. It's kind of a mix of cultures, so we get to taste all the different foods.
It was very fun, and I lived in Phoenix when I was younger, so I had already celebrated Thanksgiving, but it was still fun, eating all the good food and just seeing the cultural differences.
So, what kind of food are we talking about?
The best food, probably Emma's mom and her made a saffron cake, and that was really good.
I don't know, the saffron cake was really good.
Well, I love the stuffing. The stuffing is probably my favorite.
We had a little experience too. Some things caught on fire, but...
Nova Southeastern is gearing up for the Division II NCAAs this week, where Sundstedt is the top seed in the 1,000, Johns is 13th in the 100 back, and senior Caroline Oster is 15th in the 200 butterfly. So what should we expect from each of them this week?
I think it's going to be good. We've been putting a lot of work. Christmas training was a very big test. We trained non-stop for 2 weeks straight, and everybody put in a lot of work. So I think good things they're on the horizon. I think it's going to be a fun and exciting week.
I've been working a lot on doing more underwater kicks, simple things like that, keeping it positive, trying to motivate myself and try the hardest at every single practice.
Sundstedt last year was the favorite to win 4 events, but did not swim nearly as well as she wanted at NCAAs, placing only as high as 3rd in the 200 free.
I wasn't so happy with my individual races. It was nice being with the team, and the team did really good as a team, but my individual I wasn't very happy with.
So what has she improved on between now and then to make sure that does not happen again?
My coach and I have set up a new race plan and just how I practice and going into conference and nationals. So we hope that my peak will be at nationals this year than more at than conference was last year.
Nova Southeastern is again in the running this week for a top 5 finish at NCAAs. They've only been a team since the fall of 2010, but have quickly turned into a powerhouse in Division II, and they will be a team to keep an eye on this week in Indianapolis.
We made, what did I bring, Emma? The sweet potatoes caught on fire. That's all I remember. The vegetables. Yeah, broccoli and some cauliflower that you have to broil. They caught on fire.
So a lot of the international kids don't go home. Should I wait for that plane? That gets really annoying. Like we'll be on the blocks and like a plane will fly over and they have to stand us up and it's not fun.
Cycle. 10 seconds. Oh God.